Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
I had kind of made this as a habit for myself that I'm gonna try to start the GD.
Okay.
So I had done that in all the GDPR processes that I did start only.
So you got to be ready with the current affairs, what's happening at that point of time, and be ready for some topics relevant to that. Hi guys, welcome back to the Real Humans of B School. Today we are here with Rohan, who's coming from MDI Gurgaon. So welcome to the Real Humans of B School, Rohan.
Thank you so much, Anisha. It's good to be here.
Awesome. So tell us something about your interview experience at MDI. How was it? Was it like relaxed and chilled, or was it like a stress interview for you?
Alright, so the GDPI interview process at MDI is a 3-step process. There's a VAT, and based on the topic that you get for your written ability, there's a GD that happens on the same topic itself.
Oh, okay.
And after that, the GD and the VAT and the GD, it's followed by a PI.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
so it becomes a little bit easier for the initial 2 steps, because when you're given a topic to write upon and given some 10 to 15 minutes of time, so it like gives you that leverage to take out your time and jot down the points that you know about the topic,
Right.
whatever you know, right? And you know that after that you have to start speaking on the same topic itself. So you
Correct.
already have those points sorted out on a piece of paper in front of you.
True.
So
You
the
have
GD
the
was good, and-
entire foundation to talk. Like, the GD doesn't look like somewhere out of the blue for you.
Right. So you already have some points in your mind that you can start along with.
Correct.
So I remember at the time when I used to prepare for my GDs, I had kind of made this as a habit for myself that I'm gonna try to start the GD.
Okay.
So I had done that in all the GDPR processes that I had given last year, and I did the same at MDI also. I started GD,
Okay.
and it started off well, and it went well also. I mean, there were some good points. There were some good points that had come up by most of the people. It went on for about 10 to 15 minutes, and it was fine. And then came the time for interview. So when you are just before you're entering that interview room and you're outside the room along with the other panelists, so that time it could get a little could build up a little bit of anxiety for you, because you tend to interact with the other people. You get to know what kind of backgrounds the other people are coming from, what level of preparations do they have, what kind of a mindset are they carrying, and it could sometimes build up that level of anxiety. Oh, okay, this person has got this much work experience,
Yes.
or he has worked in a much better organization than I have. But it should not happen. You should still keep your calm, and you have to remember that you have to go there and be truthful about yourself. So it becomes very important to actually know about yourself and to be truthful about it. So as I went inside the interview room, it has started with a generic question. I mean, somewhere on the lines that I had to introduce about myself. And as I was doing that, I remember I was just waving my hands while I was speaking. So there were 2 professors who were taking my interview, and one of them, the lady professor, she just noticed that I was wearing some threads in my hand. So this is something that I could never have imagined, that okay, my interview is going to be driven in this direction.
This
So she
direction.
just pointed out that what are these things? What are these pants that you're wearing in your right hand? So I was like, ma'am, these are not pants. These are some threads that I'm wearing. So she was like, "Kyun?" Matlab, the interview, it was going intermittently from Hindi to English.
Correct.
So she was like, "Kyun?" So I told her that my father, he happens to be an astrologer, and he has made me wear these threads. So she was like, in order to intimidate me, acha, matlab, is it something? I mean, is it acting as a lucky charm for you for this interview today? So I was like, in a very humble and respectful manner, no ma'am, this is something that I've been, carrying on for a very long time. And this is not specifically for this interview or for these interviews that I'm giving right now. They said, okay, so your father happens to be an astrologer. I was like, yes. So, okay, what other things, he must have told you something about your life or your future, right? Being an astrologer. So again, being very truthful, because this is actually the case with me, that I don't, rush up to my father to ask about my future. So I
Yeah,
tend to keep my life as mysterious as it can get.
correct.
So I told the same thing to her, that I, don't uh, like keep on going after my father to tell me about my future. So then she asked, "But still, you must be knowing something about your future." So I very frankly told her that my father did mention it once, that I'll definitely do my master's someday, and I'm going to do it from a very good college. And I remember that really broke the ice between myself and the interviewers at that time.
Nice.
They gave a laugh uh, at that time, and I also, it became easier for me to
Nice.
uh, carry on the interview after that.
That's
And
interesting. That's
going
really.
forward,
I'm sure you would not have planned or prepared for that before your
exactly,
interviews.
exactly. It was literally unanticipated at that point of time. And following that, the most of the interview, it went around how my work experience had been. And I remember that there were certain points in the interview where the professors, they really tried to put me on the tough spot. Like,
Okay.
there was one question I was trying to explain how my work experience has been so far, and what kind of job roles and responsibilities do I have on my day-to-day basis. So out of the blue, a question gets stood up on me, that, okay, I've listened about your work experience, but it doesn't seem to me that it's a very rigorous kind of role that you're doing right now, and it seems to be a manageable kind of a job. So do you think, would you be able to adapt to the kind of rigor that a B school is going to throw at you when
Yeah.
if you get a chance to join MDI? So I remember that I was taken aback for a second there, because again I was not expecting that sort of a
Yes.
question directly on my face. So okay, I took a couple of seconds, took a long breath, and finally, I answered. And I think I was quite satisfactory in what I told at that point of time. So yeah, there were some questions which were intended to put me in the tough spot at that point of time. But it's very important to keep your calm and be truthful about yourself.
Very
That's
true.
that's the most important thing.
Very true. And how about your what and GD? Like, what was your topic at your time last year?
If I remember correctly, it was I think something related to the Assam Accord that was going at that time. It was related to the NRC issue. If you
Okay.
remember, it was in the news during the initial few months of 2019. The NRC register, which was being
Okay.
prepared, and the Assam Accord draft, it all
Okay.
came to the light at that time.
All
So I
right.
don't remember the exact topic right now, but yeah, it was somewhere on the lines of that only.
So you got to be ready with the current affairs, what's happening at that point of time, and be ready for some topics relevant to that.
Exactly. So, a lot of people might carry this mindset while preparing for CAT, and this was the mindset that I also carried. That okay, CAT के लिए you have to prepare well, and once you give CAT, then ठीक है, once you get your calls, you'll be able to prepare, because let's face it, everybody, all of us, we have faced some sort of interviews or some job interviews at the time of our
Correct.
undergrad colleges also. But you've got to remember that a B school interview is very different from your other job interviews or from your undergrad interviews that you must
Very
have
true.
faced. So the horizon that you've got to cover while preparing for your interviews is much broader than what you have to prepare at the time of CAT, because okay, the concepts that you have to prepare for CAT are limited, right? You know that these are the set of chapters that you've got to prepare for your quants. You've got to practice RCs for your VRC section.
Correct.
ठीक है, limited रहता है. But then when you have to prepare for your interviews, you've got to know about yourself, which is the most important part. You've got to be well prepared about your work experience if you have some, about your undergrad experience, about the subjects that you've had, and about the current political situation in the country as well as the world, the economy, and all the events that might be going around at that point of time. You've got to have a very good level of general awareness also,
True.
because that becomes a very important aspect of becoming a leader at a later point of time, and that is exactly what they're trying to test in a person from their interview.
In the interview.
So reading becomes an essential part. I was not habitual to reading newspapers before my CAT preparation. So then
Okay.
that is something that that is a habit that I developed at that time, and that is something that I still follow. And I am sure that I'm going to follow that for the longer run.
Wow,
You've got
that's
to read,
lovely.
you've got to be updated all the time.
That's great. So people who have been listening to us, it's good you start reading as early as you can, because that's definitely going to help you in your interviews and your CAT prep.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's something that you cannot skip. You cannot take it lightly.
Awesome. That's great. So thank you so much, Rohan, for sharing your interview experience with us, and wish you all the very best further ahead.
Thank you so much, Anisha. It's good work that you guys are doing, and thumbs up.
Thank you.